Hey, 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 hey. Let's see what we got.
Yes, sir. Take your time. Cause all I seem to do is hurt me. Anybody out there got that message? We should be finishing it, but I need you to just say it one more time. Cause all I seem to do is hurt me. Rescue me from myself, God. Hurt me. Tri-City in my background. Say it again. Hold up. Rescue me from myself, from my overthinking. That's right. Now let's take it up, choir. Let's take it up. We're singing this for somebody. Get down on your knees and just say, if my people who are called by my name would just sometimes get back down on your knees and pray and say, oh, anybody got it? Do I have a witness out there? Anybody need deliverance from yourself, from your overthinking? All right, this is it. I'm gonna let you take it out, Andrew. Go ahead and talk. Yes, sir. Deliver me. Take your time.
Yes.
All I seem to do is
Hey, tea sippers.
hurt me. Anybody out there got that message? We should be finishing it, but I need you to just say it one more time. Deliver me. Cause all I seem to do is hurt me. Rescue me from myself, God. Hurt me. Tri-City in my background. Say it again. Hold up. Rescue me from myself, from my overthinking. That's right. Now let's take it up, choir. Let's take it up. We're singing this for somebody. Get down on your knees and just say,
Yes.
if my people who are called by my name would just sometimes get back down on your knees and pray and say, oh,
Deliver me.
anybody got it? Do I have a witness out there? Anybody need deliverance from yourself, from your overthinking? All right, this is
This is my exodus. Yes. Woo, okay, y'all. Woo! I thought we needed to open like that today. Huh? I feel a need to open like that. Lord, help us. Deliver us. Lord, sometimes we have to remove ourselves. Stop thinking the way we think and stop doing things the way we do them. Renew our mind and heart. Set us free from our own self. Lord, to thy own self be true. How can we ask for God to deliver us, make us a better us, when we in denial of who we are? Huh? He says, let me tell you what he said. Can I tell you what he said? Let me see some. He says, no man stir up righteousness within our own self. No man stir up righteousness. It ain't nothing we can do on earth right now to make us righteous. I don't care how clean we think our hands are. We were born with the sin seed. Amen. I mean, hey to everybody. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lord, I hope whatever was going away don't try to come back. We're not controlling nothing. Amen. Now, although we think we are, sometimes it's a misconception in the word. And I ain't trying to preach today, but I gotta be true. I gotta tell the truth. Because sometimes some of the things that we've been taught, depending on how far you go back, ain't necessarily the truth. But the truth will set us free, right? So no man stir up righteousness. So now I know, oh, you want to say, well, AunTeaFee, what you mean? Yeah, well, you got a minute before we go in, because we going in. And before we go in, I'm to my own self be true. I have to, sometimes I have to, I don't know what word I want to use about myself, but sometimes I have to chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you know better, you should do better. That is so absolutely true. And I also believe that the desire in our heart, right, has to be there in order for it to manifest. And I say that because God is love, and He judges our heart, right? He judges our heart, because if He judged our actions, however big and however small they are, because there is going to be somebody who mess up bigger than others, and the ones who mess up a little bit gonna judge the ones who mess up big on a different scale. Can I get an amen? And God said we all are wretched undone. Unless you surrender unto him. It ain't that our feet is going to turn. It is he that is in us that will turn us around. Right? So, that, amen. Okay, so listen. I'm saying all that to say, oftentimes we hear that we have a choice. And spiritually, only choice that matters is the choice to accept Christ. Ooh, Lord, 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 Lord. I mean, if the word says no man stir up righteousness, if the word tells us that we were born with a sin seed within us, off of Adam and Eve, I give it all. Okay. So if that's the case, and we are born with a sin seed, hold on. And we are born with a sin seed, how can we control not sinning? Is that not the reason God sent his only begotten son? In order for us to have an opportunity to have eternal life if we accept him. So we have to choose to accept him, right? And when we choose to accept him, all of our wrongdoings are washed away. Okay, so when I hear we have control, we choose, you have a choice. Jesus paid it all, absolutely. And so when I hear people say, and I was brought up on that too, that you have a choice. Where did I have a choice in Eve persuading Adam to eat of that forbidden fruit? Because that's where sin was born. Did I have control? Did I have say so over that? And then let me ring this truth in your ear with your good ear. Now, you know, only you know which one is your good ear. I went on took where my earpiece out, Lord, where is that? I went on took my little earpiece out so I could be able to hear with both my ears today. Today. So I want you to hear this with your good ear, okay? The Bible tells us that we were predestined before you was placed in your mother's womb. So that means your beginning and your end was already predestined. Where does it leave room for you to choose anything? I will wait. And I'm saying that because I know somebody's gonna challenge me. And I brought this at a conference before. And baby, look at here, let me tell you something. If you want to see a saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost sister with her church hat and her J. Renee pumps on, come unglued with you and want to start taking her earrings off her ears, not ears, ears. Challenge her with the truth. I don't care what you've been taught all your life. The truth will set you free. So, sister girl, I suggest you put your earrings back on, because this right here ain't what you want. Okay? Okay? Real life. Real life. Real life. That dash in the middle is how well we carry our individual daily cross. It gives no room for us to choose. Okay? Now at this conference, and we was out of town, somewhere it was some female retreat. Ex-boyfriend's mama, sister in them church. We was in a book club. I'll never forget it. Stayed overnight. That's why I don't like going overnight and stuff and not driving my car, baby, because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I start feeling uncomfortable and I want to be able to exit. Yeah, but anyway, she tried to challenge me, and she for sure didn't like what was coming next. And I'm saying this for a reason, because somewhere in this spiritual relationship with God, a bunch of truths have been overlooked, and some personal, I don't know, feelings or theological, I don't know. I don't know why it was altered. If God says I came to save the world and not condemn it, and there is no condemnation, what that mean? What that mean? So I am preaching to myself, because I'm gonna tell you now, what we finna talk about, I need to hear this message for myself. What it means to you and whoever else, it means the same thing to me. It means the same. It don't change. It don't change. So am I preaching to myself? Absolutely. And I am praying to God that I receive it correctly. And that is God's honest truth. But what I said to her when this pastor's wife over the auxiliary at that time, you know, when I was sincerely seeking the truth. AunTeaFee, huh? Are you about to get, yeah. Because this sister, evangelist, doctor, whatever her name was ready to switch her head around on me. And she didn't like that I was challenging what they have been, because at the end of it, when she got stumped, she said to me, I will never ever in my life forget this. She said, do you know that what you are saying would mean that the gospel in which we have been taught has been a lie? I said, exactly. She couldn't handle the truth. So what I asked her with this choice, with this, you know, you have to, you have control over it. I asked her about the two thieves on the cross. Two thieves on the cross. Thank you. I said there was two. One who was a thief, who was on the cross justly, and one who was not a thief, who was on the cross unjustly. And the thief on the cross, where they was out there saying, well, if you are who you say you are, come down, get yourself off that cross. The thief said, he is who he say he is. He is the Christ. Somebody tell me when I'm wrong. He asked Christ to save him while he was on the cross. He was saved, meaning his salvation became sealed on the cross. Now, it didn't mean that he didn't have to die for his sins of being on the cross. He didn't take him off the cross, but what he did do was save him on the cross. He didn't get an opportunity to come off the cross and walk accordingly. When I'm wrong, I need for somebody to tell me I'm wrong. So when you say that you have to walk a certain way in order to have your salvation sealed, that means that the thief on the cross would have had to been able to come down off the cross and walk a particular type of way. And that's not how that happened. He saved him on his deathbed. Oh, he still had to die. There is no remission. I mean, you still have to die, but your eternal resting place. See, he acknowledged him for who he was on his deathbed. Okay? That's all I want to say about that. That message was not just for you, and Jesus told him so. His true salvation was in the reward in the afterlife. But he did not allow him off to turn from his wicked ways. All he had to do was acknowledge him and accept him while he's on the cross. Yeah, let's move on, y'all. So listen. Yeah, we needed that entry today because it's finna get heated. And I needed to preach to myself, baby, because when I began to uncover what was uncovering, Laquita was like, That's why if you look at that thumbnail, I got hypocrite and all type of stuff on that thumbnail. But thank God. Now, I'm going to say what I have to say, but I had to turn my heart around. We all have to meet the experience one day. Amen. Now, again, I am sorry for the loss. But when you start judging people, a lot of times we forget our own dirt. Now, I don't care how well things look. I don't care where you live, how big your house is, what your bank account look like. I don't care nothing about none of that. But when you start saying, who raised him? Where he come from? Who taught him that? See, this is, I don't know, I don't know what Big Pressure keep. I mean, I don't know. Shout out to Big Pressure. Big Pressure, no, I don't have no problems with him. I don't know where he coming from. With his judgment on Carmelo. I ain't going. So if y'all go to that post, and he was saying something about the no pocket knife, nothing. My comment is still there, is go preach that message to them young cats in Memphis who carries guns and shoot with switches and take lives. How dare you? How dare you? He has a right to protect himself. Period. If somebody is trying to intimidate, force, you have the right to defend yourself. Now, with your homies, your partners' kids, you know, the games y'all came up with and y'all was teaching y'all sons to, or they watched, you know, the apple don't fall far from the tree. So what these kids saw y'all do, they picked up on it. These kids are smart. So you go in the hood, your hood, not where you living now. See, that's what's going on with Mr. Metcalf. He's judging things on how he's living now. You know, so his dialect begins to change. And his memory, see, you start placing your dirty deeds to the back of your head and you move them to a non-existing lie spot in your head. Did he bring up integrity? Yes, indeed. So people tend to forget they dirt. See, I'll tell you mine. I learned a long time ago, boo, people gonna always want to bring up your dirty deeds and shit you used to do. You know, so I might as well go on tell you now and make that a part of my testimony of how God turned things around. But don't misunderstand me. Laquita's in there. Now, do I want her to be in there? But I can't act like she ain't. So if you coming at me the wrong way, I'm gonna warn you. I'm gonna warn you. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like old boy tried to warn Austin. He tried to warn him a couple of times. And I don't know how, when we play it in our head, in our reality, we gonna try to act like his reaction ain't some of our reactions. That's what's blowing my mind. I ain't gonna fake the funk. I ain't gonna fake the funk. I remember the very first time. To thy own self be true. I remember the very first time Scooter was about 14 years old and he saw Laquita. He saw Laquita, baby. Whoa, when I tell you he saw the worst part of Laquita. Because someone that was non-African American tried to mishandle him and deny him, disrespect him. And baby, when I tell you it was not a good scene, he had never been so scared in his life. But I meant everything I said. I meant that. So we're going to establish some guidelines, effective, immediately. You better never, and I meant every word I said. I meant it. And I had to explain to him, I'm not going to even act like it won't ever happen again. Because if what just happened again, you will meet her. He had never in his life seen it. I mean, and if he talk about it right now, I can't remember what word he brings up. I don't remember, but yeah. So I say that to say, sometimes people step way over that line and you come out of character. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I ain't gonna act like, I'm not going to act like it's far removed if somebody goes in my bag or grabs my property and try to push me away, put their hands on me. I am not gonna act like I'm gonna handle that appropriately. I'm just not gonna do that. And shame on you if you lie to yourself and say that. And then double shame on you when we find out how just where that force, that intimidation, that entitlement really comes from. Y'all ready to go in? That's my disclaimer. That's my disclaimer. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. Okay, let's go, y'all. Do we need another word? Do we need another song before we go in? Do we? Huh? Do we need to go there? What I just do? I sure don't want to see that. Y'all, let's go in. Where my likes at? Where my likes at? Yo, y'all, come on, get my likes up. I got 24 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all playing with me? Y'all playing? We playing? We playing? Yeah, I had to open up with a song today, baby. It's finna get that deep. We going in today, AunTeaFee. Yeah, we got some things we need to hear. Yeah. Baby boom. You think you finna play in our face? Y'all know I don't like folk playing in our face. Yeah, didn't I tell y'all that my little old thing the other day? That they playing in our face? You know. Oh, here go my little. Y'all got your earpiece? Take your earpiece out. We need to hear what I good ear. Y'all ready to go? Y'all get my likes up, because I'm drop. Get your go. And if I start playing it and my likes don't go up, I'm gonna shut it down. That's the energy I'm on today. You can like, share, subscribe, support the Cash App, $AunTeaFee. But you may want to go and get my likes up. Okay. Oh, happy day. And hello to everybody that came in that I didn't speak to. How do I start this over?
Ebola.
The truth will set you free. Oh, this is another one. Ain't no sound. They don't find another one? Child. Is he not the one that said who raised him? Who is his family? Who is his parents? Oh, he got a criminal record. Oh, he assault people. Is that what they saying? Hold on. There's more. Huh? Oh, he want to play? They want to play? So I told y'all they was hoping that he was a criminal, that he was a hoodlum, you know, that they did drugs and killed people. You know, that's what they was hoping for. That's what they were hoping for. Oh, let's just make sure he's a man of integrity.
I
called the DFW area home since 1972 and been a licensed realtor for over 24 years. As a native Texan, I've built strong relationships with many repeat clients in the area. I'm dedicated to protecting my clients' interests and use effective negotiation skills along with the latest marketing technology. My commitment to integrity and high ethical standards are the cornerstones of my business. My track record and honesty has earned me a reputation for excellence, and much of my repeat business comes from personal referrals from loyal clients. In real estate, reputation matters. If you're looking for a knowledgeable and experienced agent to guide you through buying and selling your home, give me a call today. Let's get started.
Ooh, let's go. Ooh, he's a man of integrity. I love integrity. That means that you're going to do right in the dark. That means that nobody has to stand over you for you to do right. Yes. Oh, yes. I love integrity. Oh, yes. Let's see.
So Jeffrey Metcalf, the father of the twins, Austin and Hunter Metcalf, Austin, of course, being the victim who unfortunately lost his life at the Frisco track meet at the hands of Carmelo Anthony. We know this.
Oh, y'all, get my likes up. Let's pause for a cause. I need my likes up. I need my likes up. Oh, he got arrested in Collin County? I need my likes up. You lying, AunTeaFee. You lying to me. I know he ain't got no record. He perfect. He's never done anything wrong. Y'all, where my likes at? I'm 30 likes apart. I could start over and come back another time and another day. What we doing? Y'all need to know how to hit the like button? Or y'all just want to take the information over someplace else and act like you done discovered it? What we doing? The sins and teaching of the parents. He put it on the parents. He called out Carmelo Anthony's parents. He made it personal. He just didn't leave it on Carmelo. He jumped all over his sons. Hey, lovey. Not his son. His sons. AunTeaFee, you mean his other son, Hunter? Yeah, Hunter. Yeah, him. Y'all, we need another song. Get my likes up. Because the Lord is my shepherd. Yeah, baby girl. You better sing. Get my likes up. Tap on your screen. He restores the failing health. That's why I'm saved. I only want to talk to the 37 people who have hit the like button. The rest of y'all can leave. I only want to talk to the 38 people who've hit the like button. That's who deserve my tea, my wisdom, and facts. If you ain't hit the like button, if you haven't sent a cash app, can you go ahead and exit, please, respectfully. You know, y'all have some nerves. Y'all coming in and y'all ain't hitting the like button. Hey, Gary. Hey, everybody who's come in and hit the like button. Yes. Okay, somebody took their like back. I only want to talk to the 39 people who hit the like button. The rest of you can leave, please, respectfully. Safe. His own. Thank you, precious. Thank you, precious. My lights off. The blood will never lose its power. It will never lose. Y'all steady coming in and ain't hitting the like button. Y'all done lost y'all forever loving mind. Come in hitting the like button. Y'all think I'm crazy. No. The answer is no, not today. It never loses power. I dare you. Y'all gonna really try to play with me today. Y'all, it's 97 people in here. Can y'all hit the like button? Put the blood on it. Put the blood on it. It never loses power. It reaches to the highest mountain. Anthony family put the blood on it. Carmelo Anthony put the blood on it. Yeah. Put the blood on it. And don't ever lose this power, baby. Anthony family put the blood on the situation. Ask God to reveal it all. Expose the corruption. Put the blood on the problem. Whatever you going through in your life, put the blood on it. Whoever you know they cannot and will not pray for themselves, put the blood on it. Yeah, whatever the circumstances is, whatever the trial, the tribulation, put the blood. Take your hands off of it and put the blood on it. Surrender. Surrender. And let him do what only he can do. All we gonna do is mess it up. Take your hands off of it and put the blood of Christ on it. Give it to Christ. Give it to him. Hello? Take your hands off. Let the blood do what the blood gonna do. It never loses power. Put the blood on it. Is that the word for today? Put the blood on whatever it is, whoever it is. Yeah. Work, life, marriage, the house, whatever. Finance, put the blood on it. Let the blood work for you. Stop doing all that crooked, corruptive stuff. Stop lying. Stop trying to manipulate. Put the blood on it. Let God fix it for you the right way. See? Let's go, y'all. Yeah.
That he asked was, what kind of family did Carmelo come from, and what kind of family would raise a young man like Carmelo Anthony? And why is the question about the parents so important, right? Because we know that the parents are the ones who are raising the children, and the parents' character, their morals and their value system, it's important to know what it is, because then we probably could understand more why the child reacts and does the things that they do.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place, and they asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder.
So I don't think it was wrong that he asked that question, but my question would be, since Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested back in 2011 for sexual assault, in 2011 his sons would have already been born.
For what? He was arrested for what? AunTeaFee, you lying. So he was forcing himself on somebody? He took something that didn't belong to him? He tried to intimidate? Is that what y'all is that, huh? You lying.
Because they're 17, so that means they would have had to been born around 2007 or so, right?
You lying.
And we know that he's not married or together with the twins' mother. They're separated because they have several different GoFundMes.
Oh, so they not even solid as a unit.
They have one for Hunter, but who knows? But I would want to know what kind of family would raise a young man who would try to push, physically remove someone from underneath a tent who just wants to stay dry because it's raining cats and dogs. Because I think anybody who is a devout, born-again Christian, their morals and their value systems would say, hey, get up under this tent and stay dry. So just as important as it is for Jeffrey Metcalf to ask who raised Carmelo Anthony, I would want to know who raised Austin Metcalf to be the bully young man that he was on that fateful day down in Frisco, Texas. So Jeffrey Metcalf, the father of the twins, Austin and Hunter Metcalf, Austin, of course, being the victim who unfortunately lost his life at the Frisco track meet at the hands of Carmelo Anthony. We know this. He asked a very powerful question, and that powerful question that he asked was, what kind of family did Carmelo come from? And what kind of family would raise a young man like Carmelo Anthony? And why is the question about the parents so important, right? Because we know that the parents are the ones who are raising the children, and the parents' character, their morals and their value system, it's important to know what it is, because then we probably can understand more why the child reacts and does the things that they do.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder.
So I don't think it was wrong that he asked that question, but my question would be, since Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested back in 2011 for sexual assault, in 2011, his sons would have already been born because they're 17. So that means they would have had to been born around 2007 or so, right? And we know that he's not married or together with the twins' mother. They're separated because they have several different GoFundMes, one for him, one for the wife, and they might even have one for Hunter, but who knows? But I would want to know what kind of family would raise a young man who would try to push, physically remove someone from underneath a tent who just wants to stay dry because it's raining cats and dogs. Because I think anybody who is a devout, born-again Christian, their morals and their value systems would say, hey, get up under this tent and stay dry. So just as important as it is for Jeffrey Metcalf to ask who raised Carmelo Anthony, I would want to know who raised Austin Metcalf to be the bully young man that he was on that fateful day down in Frisco, Texas. So Jeffrey Metcalf, the father of the twins, Austin and Hunter Metcalf, Austin, of course, being the victim who unfortunately lost his life at the Frisco track meet at the hands of Carmelo Anthony. We know this. He asked a very powerful question, and that powerful question that he asked was, what kind of family did Carmelo come from? And what kind of family would raise a young man like Carmelo Anthony? And why is the question about the parents so important, right? Because we know that the parents are the ones who are raising the children, and the parents.
My likes up yet? No, so y'all just ain't go. Y'all just gonna pile up in here and not hit the like button.
Because then we probably could understand more why the child reacts.
No send a cash app or none.
I'm not trying to judge, but what kind of parents did this child have? What was he taught? He brought a knife to a track meet, and he murdered my son by stabbing him in the heart. The guy was in the wrong place. They asked him to move, and he bowed up. This is murder.
So I don't think it was wrong that he asked that question, but my question would be, since Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested back in 2011 for sexual assault.
Sexual assault. You a cookie monster.
They're 17, so that means they would have had to been born around.
Pops is a cookie monster.
And we know that he's not married or together with the twins' mother. They're separated because they have.
You lying to me, AunTeaFee. He is, you lying to me. Him a cookie monster? Oh, y'all want some more? Oh, no, I ain't gonna give you that one just yet. Let's go to this one. Y'all ain't ready for that. My likes don't look like y'all ready for that one. Ha! That's too good. It's too good. Ooh, baby, it's tea for days. Ha! It's tea for the thirsty. It's tea for the hungry. It's just tea for the whole dang week, baby. It's so good. Ha! Y'all ain't ready for that. My likes ain't went up just yet. Yeah, y'all gone and leave when y'all come in. If y'all not hitting the like button, just leave. Leave the tea for us 49 people. Let's go. Let's go. Ah, the tea is good. The tea good over here. Tea sippers, are y'all with me? Am I spinning? Are we okay? I don't see no movement. I don't see no light. What we doing? What we doing? Y'all with me? Y'all still here? Huh? Huh? Tea sippers? What we doing? Are y'all still with me? Tea sippers, are you with me? I don't see no movement in my chat. Am I spinning? Oh, okay. So y'all here. Y'all just ain't got my likes going up. I don't know why y'all play with me. I think I'm too nice. I think I'm too nice. Let me see. I think I'm too nice. I promise I think I'm too nice. Y'all try my luck. Let's go. Okay.
Days have passed and people are still mad that Carmelo Anthony has been granted civil liberties. So we're about to go over a few things in this video right here. First is the reaction to the district attorney saying that Carmelo will not get a death penalty or life in prison without parole if he's found guilty. And also the founder of the funding website GiveSendGo, yeah, he is refusing to end Carmelo Anthony's campaign, and that has him going back and forth with some furious conservatives.
They want him to end the campaign.
They want also with Temple, who's usually
they want them to end the support of Carmelo Anthony. Ain't that crazy?
Defending Carmelo, but his audience has begun to kick his back in. Alright, and then we'll wrap this thing up with a few opinions from some content creators that's speaking on this situation. But first, let's tap in with the Collin County prosecutor Greg Willis and see what he has to say about the situation right here.
It's not unusual in the aftermath of a crime for there to be a lot of publicity about it. Ultimately, that'll be a judge's decision to make at the time of trial. But yes, I want to hear this happen in Collin County. I want Collin County citizens to be able to decide this.
I'm not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Their personal address has been exposed. They have received graphic and racist threats.
That would not be something that we could do even if we wanted to.
Okay, so people started to react and going crazy. This person right here says, try that in Texas. Black stabs a white guy in the heart and murders him. Texas, I mean, we're not going to send him to jail for life. I reckon that'd be racist, huh? Boy, they hurt. This dude said this is not true. The Supreme Court only banned mandatory life sentences. So people are responding. Magam Michelle said this is a life sentence if I've ever seen one. Otherwise, you let him out at any point and he will continue on with the life of crime. But Gene Sovereign says that boy is 17 years old and he does not deserve a life sentence. Be realistic, he made a mistake. And boy, they are tearing her up in the replies. A mistake is skipping school, you goof. He should stay in jail for as long as the other kid has to stay in a coffin. Here's your hero, boy, they going in, dog. After seeing all the hoopla, Greg Willis came himself to social media and said this right here. There's been some confusion and misinformation this week surrounding the arrest of Carmelo Anthony and my remarks about the case. Here are the facts. Carmelo has been charged with first-degree murder by the Frisco Police Department. That charge carries a possible sentence of 5 to 99 years or life in prison, with parole eligibility only after serving either 30 calendar years or half the sentence. Whichever is less, a jury or judge will decide the punishment if there is a conviction. Clarifying the law, under Texas law, Murder most commonly means the knowing or intentional taking of a life without legal justification. But the law separates murder into categories based on specific facts. First-degree murder covers most intentional killings, but capital murder applies only in specific circumstances.
It was not intentional. He was not trying to kill him.
Such as killing a police officer, killing more than one person, or killing during another serious felony. Only capital murder carries the death penalty, such as killing a police officer, killing more than one without legal justification. But the law separates murder into categories.
He had a legal what? Justification. Yeah, stand your ground. It's legal in Texas. He put his hands on his property and his body.
Clarifying the law. Under Texas law, murder most commonly means the knowing or intentional taking of a life without legal justification.
So he didn't knowingly do it. That's why he asked, is he going to be okay? He didn't know that he killed him. He was not intending to kill him. Was he intending to hurt him? Yeah. Kill him? No. His justification is stand your ground law. It's in Texas.
But the law separates murder into categories based on specific facts. First-degree murder covers most intentional killings, but capital murder applies only in specific circumstances, such as killing a police officer, killing more than one person, or killing during another serious felony. Only capital murder carries the death penalty or life without parole, but even then, not for a 17-year-old, under binding U.S. Supreme Court precedent. Key word that's going to be reoccurring this entire time. Precedent, all right? So some are demanding the death penalty or life without parole. But legally, those options are off the table. Under both Texas and U.S. law, a 17-year-old cannot be sentenced to death or to life without parole, even for murder. That's not my decision, that's the law. And it applies to every 17-year-old.
Rena, let me do this, baby. Let me do this. I got you. I got it. I done seen a lot.
Track record of seeking the maximum sentence legally available in violent cases. Any sentence we seek is based on the facts, the law, and what justice demands. But we won't engage in political theater or make promises that violate the Constitution. You feel me? Now, this is what it all comes down to. That's the main discussion that I'm having, at least. This situation should be no different than any other.
Shell, I agree. If he was trying to kill him, he would have went in on stabbing him multiple times if he was angry and was trying to kill him. I agree with that. Okay.
When it comes to an American citizen having rights, especially when you see other people that sat in the... So that's the main discussion that I'm having, at least. This situation should be no different than any other when it comes to an American citizen having rights, especially when you see other people that sat in the same seat that he's going to be sitting in. He should have access to the same tools that they use to fight their case. Some of those people were found guilty and not guilty. It doesn't matter. He should still have the same access to those same tools. But speaking of tools, here goes Carmelo's Give, Send, Go campaign as of now. Right now, the fund has reached $369,000.
Give, Send, Go.
It's crossed the $300,000 goal point. They've upped it to $450,000.
I'm going to contribute.
Okay. But like
I made up my mind today. I am definitely donating.
That this thing is still going.
They trying. They don't want to tell the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. You know, they are intentionally leaving out facts, and then now they don't even want the people, whatever race, to support him. And I done seen people beg for money, have a birthday every quarter, lie about just lie. Want you to buy their kids school supplies, want you to buy their kids Christmas gifts and shit, and folk come donate out the ass. Huh? But don't want people to support the 17-year-old kid who was defending himself from not one, but two. Let's go.
Jacob Wells. Now, Jake came on here saying, so people are mad about our stance to allow Carmelo Anthony family a campaign on Give, Send, Go, and I get it. It is a horrible situation. There are even calls for a boycott, but because I know a similar scenario will happen again for someone on the right, and our competitor won't allow them a campaign even though it is a legal endeavor, people will be back to using Give, Send, Go because we are the only fundraising platform that truly stands on freedom and principle. You hear that, man? Y'all hear that? He's trying to let y'all know y'all gonna be back. Talk all that shit you want to, but you gonna be back. Because you know what the deal is, bro. So he continued to say, to those claiming it was right for us to allow Kyle Rittenhouse, Dan Newpenny,
no, he didn't bring it as a weapon.
Go, even though they were accused of violent crimes, but didn't say it's not okay for Carmelo, another person accused of a violent crime. Please explain how you would structure our terms of service that allows to campaign for someone accused of a violent crime, but then only for the ones we want, without us then becoming exactly what everyone hated about GoFundMe. Choosing the validity of every campaign. Once you put it in our hands to decide rather than a legal standard, it becomes arbitrary and quickly slides downhill. But Jake, my boy, you know what's going on. Jake, like, damn, y'all that racist that y'all can't even let the man have a fair damn trial? Let the man raise up his funds to be able to fight? You feel me? What's up with these people, man? So I know how this probably going for Jacob too, because like a lot of folks probably have conservative values, but they're not racist. So I know it's probably a lot of times when they sitting back and chilling and discussing certain topics, and they talking to other conservative friends, and they say some shit, you like, oh,
that's how you
really
feel
about that racist shit, huh?
Yeah, that's how you really feel. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But guess what?
And it must suck because
guess what? There are some racist black people on black people. Let's just keep it real. There are some black people who are racist within their own race. Let that sink in. Let's go.
You have your standards, and that's the reason you vote that way, but you don't agree with everything these folks be having to say, but sometimes it be situations like this, you be like, whoa, whoa. And I know it's vice versa. It's vice versa when it comes to the left side. You feel me? Like you may be having some discussions about some shit with other people that are left.
I don't know if she was a prosecutor. She was a trial attorney.
Like, wait, you really believe children should be able to cut their
really she may have been.
Agree with that crazy ass shit. I know it probably gets like that for a lot of folks. Because a lot of these discussions will have you wondering, what the hell am I doing on this side of things? Why am I on this team? But nevertheless, let's keep reading. Jay continues to say the first fact in every legal case is the public does not know all the facts. Okay? But this person right here says, I'm fairly certain this whole fundraiser is a blatant scam. Why has the goal been met several times yet continues to increase? Now they want nearly 500,000? Something doesn't add up here. And Jake's simple response, do you remember how many times Kyle Rittenhouse campaign, Daniel Penny campaign upped their goal amount? Many.
They forgot about Kyle.
For campaigns to do it. It happens all the time. Jake, you know why he's saying that. You know why. You know why. So here comes in Temple. So he says, I'm confused by this story. Are we against self-defense now?
Yeah, are we against self-defense?
I thought we was on the side of self-defense. In all these other situations, it was self-defense, but this situation is not self-defense. Why? In this situation, is it not self-defense?
Why is it not self-defense? Can somebody answer that? Why is it not self-defense? What part of it is not self-defense?
It says too many conservatives think a black person being asked to move out of a seat is a self-defense situation. This dude right here says people forget Tim Pool was a Wigger street reporter befriending black rioters as they burned down cities in 2016. Prior to that, he was a commie, Occupy Wall Street fuck. Okay. I'm fucking done with Tim.
Thank you, LP.
If you think the N-word with a knife in another school's tent on the track meet stabbed the white guy in self-defense, you are indeed very 2016. Prior to that, he was a commie, Occupy Wall Street funk. Okay? I'm fucking done with Tim Pool, and you should be too. If you think the N-word with a knife in another school's tent on the track meet stabbed a white guy in self-defense, you are indeed very
N-word. Where? So somewhere it's come out that the N-word. If you think the nigga with a knife in another school's tent on the track meet stabbed a white guy in self-defense, she called him, ooh, baby.
Fuse, you brain dead motherfucker. So, alright, so this dude put this in response to this Tim Pool story, this video saying, Tim Pool has completely lost the plot. He's passionately defending the unjust slaying of a 17-year-old Austin Metcalf cause of self-defense and acts as if Carmelo Anthony was justified in taking his life. Unfollowed. Pete, what Tim Pool had to say right here, dog.
Where he says, what is it? Nothing matters but this. He was at a school event at the wrong team's tent with a knife. He clearly chose murder than to walk away, cut and dry here. Nope, wrong. Imagine you are invited to a party at someone else's house, and you are legally carrying a firearm. And then a fight breaks out, and or like an altercation breaks out between you and some guy, and there's drinking involved or whatever. I'm not trying to make a one-for-one scenario. I'm trying to create a potential scenario separate from this one with similarities. You go to a party. Let's say you go to a party. And some guy starts saying stuff like, yo, man, get out of here. And you're like, I can do what I want. I was invited to the party. Verbal altercation escalates. And then the dude, you're standing there, and you pull your sweater back, and you've got a gun. You put your hand up and say, don't come close to me, bro. I'm warning you right now. Do not come close. Do not take another step. Then the guy grabs your arm and makes a move, so you draw your weapon, and you use it. Okay, make the argument you have no right to defend yourself when you're being attacked by a guy. Make the argument, by all means. Go ahead and do so. I ain't gonna do it. I don't know the circumstances. You can argue that you're in a place you're not supposed to be. You can argue it's that guy's house, and don't come close to me, bro. I'm warning you right now. Do not come close. Do not take another step. Then the guy grabs your arm and makes a move, so you draw your weapon and you use it. Okay, make the argument you have no right to defend yourself.
Didn't that just happen? Didn't they say that this just happened? Didn't they say that this just happened to Ricky, a pastor, Reverend Dr. Deacon, Ricky Floyd at the Blues, Big Mama's Blues bar cafe thing in Memphis, where they was supposed to have been arguing over something. And everybody was just saying the lady done killed the pastor. She, this, that, and the other. And then when the video came out, the mad pastor stopped because he had got, if there was ever a threat, he was in his car, right? Right? Driving off. She was filming on her phone. The good man stopped his car, got out, and started coming at her. She said, hold up, Pastor. Reverend Dr. Deacon, stop. Don't come up on me. Didn't this just happen? He continued to push his way, put his hands on her, grabbing her phone, throwing it over there. See, this is what I'm talking about with these grown ass men on these podcasts. Done got holier than thou, who done forgot. Yeah. Don't ever lead by example. He got out his car, pulled up his pants, came toward her angry, aggressively. She said, "Stop. Don't come up on me." She warned him. She had a gun. She said, "Stop." Now you know that comes, baby. That means something. She said, "Okay, now." She warned him twice. So somebody gonna say, with her saying, "Don't do it," is antagonizing. No, it's warning. It's a warning that I'm about to protect myself. Now you want me to believe a grown ass man, a man of the cloth, who has done so much good in the neighborhood, was forcing himself on this lady to not record his bad behavior. And he upped around and got himself killed. She was defending herself. His scenario is defending yourself. Halt. Stop. Hold up. Don't come up on me. Is a warning that I got something in my possession to protect myself. Now don't be mad at me, cause either your lack of self-control or lack of hearing the warning don't mean that you was not warned. So whether I was supposed to have protection on me or not, I gave your monkey ass a warning to back your ass up. Don't come up on me. And if you choose to, I'm gonna protect myself. Because you could have chosen. They say you have a choice. They say you have a choice, right? It ain't his fault that y'all didn't think he had something to protect himself, while y'all was trying to force him, intimidate him, scare him. Yeah. Cause your daddy just like that. He's an enforcer too. That's why your whole family over there saying that this is what he does this. He's the one in the family who's just like his daddy, who will stand up and he will enforce shit. He had the right to not take heed to warning. Yeah. He had the right to disregard him saying, "Don't put your hands on me." His mama said, his daddy said, He had the right to do that. But he didn't have the right to defend himself. Yeah. That's what I'm on. And you cracker eating. Y'all better leave me alone. Yeah. We ain't gonna see eye to eye on this one. We ain't gonna see eye to eye up here defending this foolishness. So I'm assuming that y'all defending the pastor too. Oh, okay.
And makes a move, so you draw your weapon and you use it. Okay, make the argument you have no right to defend yourself. Then the dude, you're standing there and you pull your sweater back and you've got a gun. You put your hand up and say, don't come close to me, bro. I'm warning you right now. Do not come close. Do not take another step. Then the guy grabs your arm and makes a move, so you draw your weapon and you use it. Okay, make the argument you have no right to defend yourself when you're being attacked by a guy. Make the argument, by all means. Go ahead and do so. I ain't gonna do it. I don't know the circumstances. You can argue that you're in a place you're not supposed to be. You can argue it's that guy's house, and it doesn't matter. A guy can invite you into his... Your neighbor could be like, come on over, brother. And then if he gets physical with you, you can defend yourself. And then what? The police are gonna be like, well, you were in his house. And it's like, yeah, you invited me in. It's like, the door was open.
Okay. Let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section. But let's get to the reactions, man. Dude says, so you guys been enjoying Tim Cass? Our guy, right? While everyone was kicking his back in, Tim decided to troll, saying everyone else is right, I was wrong. The moment politicians put up a sign saying no weapons, any use of a weapon in that space is murder, no matter what. Our right to bear arms ends where people vote. Then he continues to say, if laws are passed banning weapons from a school, you cannot bring one. If someone grabs you and you use the weapon, it's murder. Obviously. Dude says, why does nobody realize Tim is saying the opposite of what he believes to make a point? But hours later, he doubles down and shares this right here, saying, I don't care about conservative tribal outrage. And what he's sharing is the arrest report, which shows that Austin Metcalf was the initiator of the verbal altercation and the physical altercation. Austin Metcalf was...
He said Austin Metcalf was the what? He was the what? You cracker eating who say Carmelo Anthony was wrong. You mean Austin, he initiated the aggression on both ends?
Which shows that Austin Metcalf was the initiator of the verbal altercation and the physical altercation. Austin Metcalf was the aggressor. Now what happens past that point, you can argue that until you're blue in the face, but that is the situation, all right? Now more people are going back and forth. I would play this guy's take on the situation, but I can't play the full thing because there's music in the background. But you're gonna hear someone saying why they think that Carmelo can get off with self-defense.
My opinion on Carmelo Anthony is he's gonna do a lot of prison time for taking.
He may do a lot of jail time, he may not. I don't know, I'm on that jury, but I don't want to liken this to a case from Wisconsin or a case from New York. Let me liken this to a case from Texas. A young man by the name of San Miguel got into neutral combat with a friend and stabbed him, only receiving 30 days in jail and 10 years probation. Why such a lenient sentence? Because in Texas,
he initiated both.
Lawfully present, you can use deadly force to protect yourself against serious bodily injury. Carmelo was somewhere he was legally allowed to be. At 17, he's an adult in Texas. So he's an adult in public, somewhere he's legally allowed to be, which is a school district track, not a school, but a track owned by the school district. And somebody asks him to move from a public place. He refuses, and they put their hands on him twice, according to 30 eyewitnesses. In a state like Texas, it's open and shut. Maybe we should train people to not put their hands on people. Control your
exactly.
Urgency, control this Neanderthal territorial bullshit. Maybe we have less.
Okay, so that was the homie take right there, dog. He's blue for a tracker. I believe that's his TikTok. You guys see it on the screen. But for an opposing perspective, check out what this lady has to say right here. Her name is Boss Attorney On TikTok, it's spelled correctly altogether, Boss Attorney, if you want to see more from her, but see what she has to say about the situation.
Carmelo Anthony is not likely to succeed on a self-defense claim in his situation with Austin Metcalf. And one of the main reasons why I don't think he's going to be able to succeed is because of the quotes that they are using in the arrest affidavit, which could potentially show intent. Now, intent does not have to be the intent to unalive someone. It can just be the intent to use a dangerous weapon in order to stop your assailant. And developing that plan does not need to be
an assailant
for a couple of days.
This retarded girl calls to stop an assailant, and you an assailant, and you are about to say he don't have the right to stop an assailant. Girl, I can't entertain you. Let's move on. She said the word assailant. Assailant. So somebody attacking you. You don't have the right. Girl. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Let's go.
Rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get.
Yeah, hold on. I can't do her, y'all. I'm not gonna do her. She said the word assailant. That you don't have the right to offend yourself against an assailant. Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. She'll be the one that be floating in the creek because she didn't defend herself against an assailant. Oh, okay, baby. More power to you. Ain't nobody gonna feed that to me and make me try to eat it. I ain't eating it. I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid, boo. You better keep your hands to yourself. That's what you better do. That's what you better do. Better, AunTeaFee? You said they better? They better. They better keep their hands to themselves. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I meant. It's not gonna go over well. I promise you that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go. Let's go. I'm glad some of them folk who want something for nothing done left. Oh, can't hit the like button, but want their ears to get full. Oof.
It was raining. It got rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get in, places where they, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude.
Y'all, is this a witness? Y'all, can y'all give my likes up? Support the platform. Support the tea. Support the tea. What? Is this a witness? Is this somebody who done came forth that we don't know nothing about? What? And for the ones of y'all who keep sending me that girl talking about the Indeed, I've seen that several times. I just there's no way for me to confirm that, and I don't want to repeat that unless I know for sure that indeed did happen. I'm not necessarily convinced that it's true.
Dude was sitting up on the tent, right? He was on his phone, right? My bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get in, places where they, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude.
Now, again, this is, I am reacting from this man's, all of this is new to me. So this is allegedly. For sure. But Mr. Jeffrey Metcalf, that's his mugshot. Okay? That's his mugshot. Let's go.
Dude was sitting up on the tent, right? He was on his phone, right? My daughters was up under the same goddamn tent. Yeah. So I'm paying attention to my kids, but at the same time, they're in the same vicinity, so I'm watching everything going on around it because I'm there for my children. So, dude walks up, McKellen, bro, he wasn't even under the tent at the time. They came from a whole separate tent and walked over there. They intentionally went over there to this kid, man. Dude was sitting there on his phone just trying to get dry. You feel me? One thing went from another. They grabbed this man and they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag and what? They went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude.
Who is they?
That's what happened.
Who is they?
Try to jump this dude and punch on this dude.
Did he say they?
Dude went in his bag and what? They went to try to jump this man. And
hold on.
You feel me? One thing went from another. They grabbed this man and they tried to punch on dude.
Did he say they?
Bag and what? They went.
Are y'all hearing they? Hello? Arena, I don't know what the laws is. I don't know if Chicago is a stand your ground state. Is Illinois a stand your ground state? I mean, and yeah, it's a stand your ground state. Texas is. They have to, LP, they got to release it. Dominique, the advocate, and his team, and, you know, I'm sure the now paid attorney is going to request it. So it's got to coming out. But what they're planning to do is to have already put that narrative out there. You know, already put the poison out there before the truth comes. See, and then they will want everybody to be stuck on the half or the fake or that narrative that Frisco have intentionally allowed to go forth that way, because the media has gotten all the other information about Carmelo Anthony and they are refusing to put it out there. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so I know he's saying the twins, but because they ain't said the both of them. That's why Hunter can half-ass tell his story. That's why his story is changing here and there. They have tried to the smear campaign. Yeah, they have tried to force him or tell him to keep saying he was the aggressor. He was the aggressor. He was the aggressor. So to remove Austin from being the aggressor, and for dang show don't want to say he was the aggressor too. That's why all of a sudden he went from seeing everything and telling his daddy I saw everything to last night we heard him say, well, I turned my head and I really didn't see it. Okay, so which one is it? Were you there? Did you see it? Did you not? Oh, so when they started talking about the stand your ground and that who was the aggressor, now your daddy started moonwalking and saying this is not a race thing. Yeah. And let there be peace. Yeah. I forgive him. Oh, now you forgive him. And Hunter wants to not incriminate himself because they done already told the truth. He done said already that his brother grabbed his bag and pushed him. Huh? Yeah. So how are y'all not reporting that part on the news? Oh my God. And these cracker nickels on YouTube, want to eat the cracker with the cracker. Yeah, okay.
They grabbed this man and they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag and what they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's
you
what
talking
happened.
about attacking David, attacking his character and the man, Jeff, JM, Pops. Yeah, you done been arrested for SA. You forced yourself on somebody. Yeah, you tried to intimidate. You are partaking cookies. Yeah, somebody tell you no, you gonna take it anyway. And you asked about the character who raised him. Your slogan is integrity, and you a cookie monster? You take coochie? Huh? You was arrested, Collin County. The same jail that Carmelo Anthony is sitting in for defending himself. You mean to tell me, oh man, that you was arrested ever in life? Huh? For taking cookies? You got some form of dysfunction that you can't hear no and accept the no. You want it that bad. You want your way that bad that you just gonna take it. You gonna force yourself on you just gonna eat it all up. You don't give a shit. That's where he got it from. Taking shit. Wanting his way. I said move it. Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't move, I'm gonna move you. He got it from his daddy. What you mean?
And what they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah. It wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro.
Oh, you lying to me.
Austin, the dude that do this.
You lying to me.
He tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag. And what they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah. It wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro. Austin, the dude that do this, got unalive, and his brother physically went over there to intentionally. He had to bring. It's not to the point that he brought a knife. For one, it wasn't on school property. The school is at least 5 to 10 miles away. It was community track meet, bruh. It wasn't a school track meet. So he had the right to have a knife on his person, bro.
And look, I'm going to say it again. Rest in peace to that young man, 17 years old. He has so much life to live. But on this channel, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable. And to the good Caucasian people, thank you for understanding and not being evil. And see, it all makes sense. I see why this family was born on every news outlet to tell their side of the story first. But don't worry, we'll get to that audio clip later on in this video. And first of all, it's some things I have to address. Racist Caucasian people, and they love to gaslight black people. And they love to forget, saying things like, oh, this not about race. Oh, black people.
They love to gaslight black people.
300K to this not about
change
race.
the narrative.
Black people are racist. Oh, how can y'all donate 300K?
Now, you say gaslight. I'ma say be hypocrites. Yeah. They like being hypocritical. Yeah, they want the rules to only apply to someone else, not themselves. See, what they preach is not for them, it's for the other people. Yeah, and when it comes to them, in the same circumstances, they have 50 million excuses. Yeah, it's gaslighting, but it's also being a hypocrite. Yeah. See, you in denial that you have done it. See, you make excuses for you lie to yourself. You're not being truthful. You don't have integrity. See, you can't admit your own flaws are the same flaws. See, so you want to pass judgment. Yeah, you want to condemn, but you don't want to be condemned. Yeah, you flawless. Everybody else got flaws. The rule only applies to y'all. It don't apply to me. That's a hypocrite. That's a hypocrite, baby. I have a problem with that.
And they love to forget, saying things like, oh, this is not about race. Oh, black people. And they love to gaslight black people. And they love to forget.
And what about the dumbass black people who allow them to do it? I mean, really? Listen, y'all, I think that is as mind-blowing as the whole situation. To see how these African-American men, you got more females standing up for the situation than these corrupted, thugged out black men. It blows my mind. I just ain't never seen nothing like it. Y'all crazy. I can't think of Samuel Jackson's name in Django. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, that's who y'all act like. Yeah, y'all act like Samuel Jackson in Django. Yeah, that's who you acting like. Yeah, I said it.
Saying things like, oh, this is not about race. Oh, black people are racist. Oh, how can y'all donate $300K to a murderer? Well, on my channel, it's my job to remind you. Run the tape.
Remind us.
In a 2-hour taped confession with FBI agents, Roof explained why he chose Charleston's historic Emmanuel AME Church.
Is that why you chose that church?
Oh, yes. Because you were looking for African Americans.
Right.
I wasn't going to go to another church, because there couldn't have been white people there.
Had you thought about going, hey, I get some more bullets and go shoot some more people?
Oh, no, I was worn out. There's no way.
In Roof's car, law enforcement also recovered American and Confederate flags, empty ammunition boxes, and a firearm along with a laser sight attachment.
What kind of gun did you use?
A Glock 45.
Okay.
Roof allegedly bought that weapon at Shooter's Choice in West Columbia, South Carolina. The gun store's manager testified in court on Monday that Roof cleared the required 3-day federal background check to receive the handgun. He says Roof bought it and 5 magazines on April 16, 2015, nearly 2 months before the shooting.
Are you glad you did it?
I wouldn't say I'm glad I did it. I've done it. So.
You said it was something you had to do?
Yeah, I have to do it.
The Shooter's Choice gun store was ultimately notified by the federal government not to sell a gun to Roof because of her previous drug arrest, but that notification came 12 days after the shootings. Nora, the government should wrap up its case this week.
All right. And guess what happened when police finally arrested Dylan Roof? They took him to Burger King after unaliving 9 innocent people. They drove him right after. They drove him to Burger King. Make that make sense. But this really the cold part. Check this out. On June 25th, 2015, the website Newswatch 33 published an article titled Charleston Church Shooter Dylan Roof receives $4 million in donations from supporters. According to that article, a group called Citizens for White Rights somehow managed to quietly drum up the exorbitant sum of $4 million in donations for an accused racially motivated mass shooter in just over a week without any other media outlets taking notice. And again, the same people calling us racist donated $4 million in just a week to a person that unalived 9 innocent people. Make it make sense. And look, he wasn't the only one. There's more. Check this out. Daniel Penny raises over $2.9 million in donations for a legal defense for a subway choking death case. The man who is being charged with the subway choking that caused homeless man Jordan Neely's death is publicly raising money for his legal defense. And see, I love breaking this shit down because people act like they forgot. But now on this channel, partner, we're going to use our platforms to finally hold racist Caucasian people accountable. Now let's get back to that audio clip. Matter of fact, run the tape again.
Let's go.
Rain, they got rained out like crazy bad. Everybody trying to get back to their cars or get in, you know, places where they, you know, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude was sitting up on the tent, right? He was on his phone, right? My daughters was up under the same goddamn tent. Yeah. So
it was personal.
It's my kids, but
it was personal.
At the same time, they're in the same vicinity, so I'm watching everything going on around it because I'm there for my children. So dude walks up. McKellen, bro, he wasn't even under the tent at the time. They came from a whole separate tent and walked over there. They intentionally went over there to this kid, man. Dude was sitting there on his phone just trying to get dry. You feel me? One thing went from another. They grabbed this man and they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in his bag and whatever. They went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened. Yeah. It wasn't just one. It was both of them, bro.
You lying to me?
The dude that got unalive and his brother physically went over there to intentionally. It's not to the point that he brought a knife. For one, it wasn't on school property. The school is at least 5 to 10 miles away. It was community track meet, bro. It wasn't a school track meet. So he had the right to have a knife on his person, bro.
And see, in my last video on this story, I told y'all that someone was going to come forward soon and tell the truth. I also told y'all the other twin brother, he was involved. And see, I knew what they was telling us didn't make sense. The eyewitness said it was raining, so Carmelo was under the tent. Why would he leave from under the tent when it's pouring down, raining bad? It don't make sense. So he was under the tent on his phone, and the twins came from another tent in the rain to mess with him on purpose, to jump him on purpose, to punch him on purpose. And that explains why Carmelo Anthony's phone was broken. So in my opinion, Carmelo had every right to defend himself. Why would he leave from under a tent when it's raining? Make it make sense. I'm telling you, they want us to believe anything they say. And like I told y'all before, it's only 8.6% black people in Frisco, Texas. So the media is on their side. You got to understand, a lot of these racist Caucasian people in Frisco, Texas, they have money so they can pay media outlets to spin the narrative. That's what they did. So
do we understand now?
A lot of these racist Caucasian people in Frisco, Texas.
What is the percentage?
So they can pay media outlets to spin
what is the percentage?
Now before, it's only 8.6% black people in Frisco, Texas. So the media is on their side. You got to understand, a lot of these racist Caucasian people in Frisco, Texas, they have money so they can pay media outlets to spin the narrative. That's what they did. So they're gonna spin a narrative and get them on every news outlet. But the cold part is, when we hear the truth, when that witness said the truth, you can hear it. We know it. And I tell y'all all the time, you have to step back sometimes and use your common sense. You have to think for yourself. Besides the audio from the witness.
Oh, y'all. Oh, it was just getting good, wasn't it?
Maybe we can get some pizza.
Make sure you get paid.
We have no pictures of the knife the whole time. They times and use your common sense. You have to think for yourself. Besides the audio from the witness, we have no videos of the incident. We have no pictures of the knife. The whole time, they wanted us to believe their narrative. That's why they was moving so fast, trying to tell their side of the story. It's 2025. You telling me nobody else at that track meet had their cell phones out recording anything? I'm telling you, they recorded, but like they say, the cops took it. The cops took every video and they said, you post a video about this, we're gonna arrest you. I'm telling you, the game is cold when it comes to these.
That's why the chief, they're gonna try to press charges for the
black people. They're gonna do that. Why wouldn't they? And this is why I love social media, because they can no longer get away with BS. A lot of stuff not making sense in 2025. And that's why I say, make it make sense. And these twins are not angels. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The other twin, Hunter McCaff, I'm telling you, he's going to break.
I believe that.
This boy doing interviews the day his brother was murdered. Right after he was murdered, they had him doing interviews. The day after he did interviews. The day after that, he did interviews. I'm telling you, the game is cold. These people don't care. To lie, they would do anything. They had that boy doing interviews, and he's in shock. And their guilt is eating him alive, because he know him and his brother, they started the whole incident.
Facts.
I told y'all, when it comes to racist Caucasian people, they love
that's his actions
and then crying wolf. But in the words of The Weeknd, save those tears for another day. And I have to give them props. The media is so cold. The media has mad at their own people. Not just that, they had people. They had people.
He's saying the media got coons mad at each other, going at each other, believing that, justifying, their motive for avoiding the truth coming out, and y'all rocking with it. What is the guy? What is Samuel Jackson's name? What was the role he played in Django? Yeah, that's who y'all are to me right now. Yeah, wanting the boss to get this nigga. Who he think he is? Yeah. Did you hear him? Hang that nigga. Yeah. 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 That's who they acting like. What is his name? Yeah. So, yeah. Hold on. These old gangbangers acting like they done forgot. Yeah. 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 This who you are. Where they like. Right here. This who you are. Yeah. This who you are. Right now. Yeah. You, Samuel L. Jackson, justifying what old boy did and saying that Carmelo Anthony didn't have the right to defend himself because he did it to somebody, that's not like us. Yeah, that's who you are. Yeah, right here. Yeah, like right here. When you want, although, you want him to get him. Get him. You see, you don't see that he's a, What, you just gonna let him stand here? Huh? You just gonna let him? What? Yeah, this is who you're acting like. In shock. Yeah, he defended himself, but he shouldn't have. Yeah, that's who you're acting like. Let's go. What was his name? Yeah, that's who you're acting like. Yeah.
The media has mad at their own people. Not just that. They had people, they still got people thinking that Carmelo's family is dysfunctional. The whole time, his parents been together for over 17 years. This is the real dysfunction. But they won't talk about that. They gonna make you feel like this is the perfect family. They God-fearing, they believe in God, they believe in Jesus, and they just so perfect. No, those kids were messed up. They were bullies. So in my opinion, I still blame their parents, because if those twins would have minded their own business, this would have never happened. But still, rest in peace to that young man, because 17
Rest
years
in
old,
peace.
that's still young as hell. And shout out
Rest
to
in
that
peace.
witness, man. I hope it's more
Shout
witnesses
out to the
that
witness.
come forward and speak on the behalf of Carmelo, because we need.
Shout out to the witness. Ha! Shout out to the witness. Full justice for you. Full justice for you. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. I will be donating to that. Stand your ground. You had every right to defend yourself. His parents should have taught them to keep their hands to themselves, but they intentionally came to bully you. Yeah, shout out to the witness. Thank God for the witness. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Shout out to the witness. Hey, Cynthia. Hey to anybody and everybody that came in that I missed. Yes. Shout out to the witness.
And I just love how brave this witness was, because I knew it all along. See, they're going to make you feel like this not real. They're going to make you think this is fake. But all along, that's why they was on these news outlets just telling their side of the story. That's why. When the last time you saw a murder happening one day and hours later you trying to tell everything that happened? I'm telling you, that's a liar. That's a bully.
The daddy said, I know everything that happened. That's what the daddy said.
He's going to be in guilt for the rest of his life, because he knew him and his brother started that whole altercation. So free Carmelo Anthony, and to his family, my heart goes out to you, and I will continue to support y'all. I'm out.
Amen.
Do you have Medicaid?
Amen. I got, what time? Oh, Lord. Y'all ain't hitting the like button, so I'm not gonna push it. I was finna go into some more. Y'all. Woo, I was about to keep going. But y'all support is lacking, so I'm not going to Them Metcalf twins are a direct reflection of their daddy. Absolutely, LP. Free Carmelo Anthony. I agree. Now, I know y'all know AunTeaFee was going to get to the bottom. I know y'all knew that, right? Y'all know I'm getting to the bottom of it. I'm going to get to the truth. How dare you? They got it honest. And the daddy got out there saying he knew everything because my son saw it all. Then it flipped in, and after they started hearing self-defense, stand your ground, who was the aggressor, then his story started changing. Then he didn't see it. He turned his head and then he turned back around. But he stopped saying on those news interviews that his brother started it. And he sure didn't say he was there, standing there trying to fight him too. Yeah. And he didn't have the right to go into his bag after giving 2 warnings. Oh, he was supposed to just sit there and fight them both. But you ain't supposed to fight on school property, right? He ain't supposed to have a knife, and y'all ain't supposed to fight on school grounds. The fight could have turned deadly. He could have hit his head on the concrete. Y'all, I'll be back.